New Zealand has the highest rate of domestic abuse per capita in the developed world. Abuse needs silence to thrive. In this series, Simone Butler, herself a survivor of a vicious attack by her ex-partner, meets those brave enough to break their silence.
She was a happy-go-lucky kid. She loved dancing. They always had competitions. She loved her younger siblings. She had a lot of time for them. She wanted to be a kohanga teacher, which we sort of had her in. She was at a kindy. She was doing voluntary work there until COVID hit, and then they couldn't allow her there anymore. She loves kids, because in her intermediate, they were in a Māori bilingual unit, so they spent a lot of time with the babies. She hated school, like every teenager, she hated school. But that's because of bullying more than anything else, so she spent a lot of time at home with me, so I had to try and find things for her to do. We did the paper run around Margaret. It was cool because we had her dog in the car as well. He was meant to be mine. I let her hold him on the way home and he never let go. So he was stuck to her, yeah. But he was only a puppy, shadow. During the week when we're out, she does get messages, but she ignores them. Only because she knows she's with me, or she'll be talking to someone and say, oh, I'm with my mum, so can't talk, and then hangs up. She texts a lot. I know she had Instagram. All these photos, most of these were taken off her Insta account, photos that I've never seen before. So I printed them all. She talked to us about people that she's talked to and whether or not that they're nice or not. So yeah, I kind of knew a lot of the people that she was talking about. She may have held back a lot of her messages because they were kind of private. It's the first time I've ever heard of him. She came home in the middle of the night banging on the door because she told me he stole her puppy. Yeah, that was the first time I've ever heard of him. She was terrified that he might do something to Shadow, so I told her just to calm down, we'll call the cops.
In July of 2021, there was an incident between Krishna and Trinity. They were spending some time together in a vehicle. Trinity at the time had a little puppy. She was very close to that puppy. And the puppy had an accident in the vehicle. This upset Mr. Krishna to the point where they had a verbal argument as a result. And as his anger grew, in response, he strangled the puppy in front of Trinity and got her out of the car and left with that puppy.
I was worried about this puppy, and, to have something stolen like that and not knowing if he's violent, it might do something to it. I just wanted the puppy back. I had to get on her phone and text through her messenger just to let him know who I was and, I want her dog back. She didn't tell me much about him, only that he had stolen her puppy. I made a meeting with him and he came to meet me probably about 6 or 7 o'clock at night, but I did it at our dairy just up the road. And we did it while the dairy was still open and under the lights. He was going to get out of his car to give the puppy to Trinity, but yeah, I just told him I'll grab it. Yeah, I didn't want him near her. You could smell the fumes coming off him, so he must have been drinking. He looked older too, and I did explain to him her age and that he shouldn't be hanging out with her and just stay away from her. He was 23 and she was only 16. I thought right there and then it was over. He was never mentioned again for months. And then somehow he popped up on her messages 3 months later.
Looking through his phone, we're able to establish that he had sent out a number of friend requests to young girls and normally trying to lure them out through the attraction of drug supply. Trinity was exploring life and pushing boundaries, and no more so than a lot of 16-year-olds out there. They weren't in a relationship, it's quite clear. It was a friendship. There was an offer of cannabis, which I think is what drew her out on that occasion.
No one knew she'd left until Friday. I got a text saying that some shit had gone down. That's her exact words, some shit had gone down, that she'll be back Friday night.
Trinity had been in the company of Vikal Krishna for pretty much the full day and ultimately ended up on McVilly Road that runs alongside the train tracks, where he tragically took her life. When she was first discovered, she was located naked. She had been assaulted. From the post-mortem, the cause of death given by the pathologist was strangulation.
We happened to see the news during the lockdown about a body being found at the blind school. The police turned up. They didn't have to say anything because they had a photo with them and the paper was see-through. So when we turned on the outside light, they didn't even have to turn it around. I actually had to go identify her that Sunday because they were doing the autopsy. And with COVID, it delayed getting her from the coroner to the funeral home. And then, they had a lot of rules around what happened there as well. So we weren't even allowed to bring her home. We kept hoping, she'll come back one day. We can bring her back, but we were never allowed to. We had to have the funeral at the funeral home. Because a lot of family couldn't come through the borders as well, it made it even harder. This is where she had been dumped. This is where her body was dumped, just down the road a bit. It is a depressing place, but it's where she was. And just let her know that we're still here. Mm-hmm. We haven't forgotten her, and yeah.
And you never will?
No. She was a kind person. Yeah. She loved everybody.
Do you think that the bullying that she experienced at high school, do you think that made her more vulnerable to a male predator when he approached her?
I know that was a factor because she had to swap 3 schools. I had to pull her out because the bullying got that bad.
Just from girls being nasty?
Yeah, but it wasn't just the girls as well. It could be some of the boys who have made out that they've slept off her. I think she lost that confidence, and that's all from high schools. She was a really smart kid, but it's hard to learn if you
don't feel safe.
Yeah, she didn't have friends her age she could hang out with,
which then opened her up to being vulnerable to a predator when he targeted her. Yeah, because he did target her.
I wouldn't wish anything like this to happen to anyone's child. And it's not getting better. It's not getting safer either. Stay off the internet. Stop trying to look for friends that aren't real. You don't know who they are.
This is the murder of a 16-year-old girl. I mean, every murder is tragic. But a young 16-year-old girl, she had her future ahead of her, and it's sad that it was taken from her so quickly. The escalation and violent offending around domestic assaults as a community, we need to stamp that out. There's a message I want to get out there. For young people, know who you are talking to before you take those next steps of meeting someone. Hey, they may seem great on the end of the phone, and it may seem that they're really nice from their photos and how they look like they're living their lives through Facebook and Instagram. The reality can be quite different.
Our life is way different.
It doesn't take that long.
I don't think a lot of us are coping, but we have to, we got to carry on because there's new babies here now, so we have to live with them.